Live from WTVO Rockford and your home team. Eyewitness News at 5 starts now.
Belvidere firefighters are called to the Apollo Theater for an afternoon fire. It comes during repairs from a March tornado.
Plus, state line farmers are afraid drought conditions will continue. We could be days away from a serious impact on the growing season.
And DCFS recruiters host an on-the-spot hiring event in Rockford. The first of its kind job fair streamlines the typical hiring process. Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy.
And I'm Eric Wilson. Investigators are still pretty tight-lipped about a shooting that caused a local fair to shut down over the weekend.
One person is recovering after being shot in the parking lot at the Rockford Speedway Saturday night. This happened during the Rockford Town Fair. Police tell us this was not a random attack. 5 suspects reportedly took off from the scene and were later caught in Rockford. We were expecting to get an update from local officials today, but so far that hasn't happened. We're told the Winnebago County State's Attorney's Office is reviewing charges.
One person's taken to the hospital after a fire breaks out at Belvidere's Apollo Theater. Around 1 this afternoon, crews were called for reports of a fire on the roof. The fire department calls the incident minor. Roofing contractors were welding. Sparks caught some material on fire. One contractor was taken to the hospital after breathing smoke. Belvidere's fire chief says this shouldn't affect fixing up the building after the deadly tornado a few weeks ago.
Oh no, so they're repairing the building, and they are working really hard to repair the building, and they have that lower roof is mostly complete, and they're starting work on the upper roof, and they're also almost complete with the front facade, fixing the bricks. So they're definitely fixing the building and getting it ready to be opened back up as soon as possible.
No word on how much damage the fire caused. Work has already resumed.
One person is dead in Roscoe after an accident over the weekend. Sunday afternoon, first responders were called to Linden Blossom Road, just east of Old River Road, for a private property motor vehicle accident. One person was taken to the hospital but died. Their name has not been released. No word on what caused the accident. An investigation into it is ongoing.
A 7-year-old is dead after getting hit by a car in Belvidere. Friday afternoon, first responders were called to 14th Avenue for a traffic crash. They found a 7-year-old lying unconscious. Investigators say the child chased a ball into the street. The child was first taken to St. Anthony Medical Center, then to UW Children's Hospital. Belvidere police are still investigating. Rockford police need your help finding the man who stole several electronics at a local YMCA. Early Sunday morning, officers were called to Y Boulevard for a burglary. They are looking for this man. Police say he broke in and stole several laptops. If you know who this is, call Rockford PD or Rockford Area Crime Stoppers. 2 teens are arrested after police say the pair crashed a stolen vehicle into a house. Sunday, officers were called to Huffman Boulevard, just north of Auburn Street, for an accident. 2 people left the scene. An hour later, police located 2 teenage boys near North Rockton Avenue and Bruce Street. Officers say the pair stole another vehicle earlier in the day. A 16-year-old is charged with criminal trespass to a vehicle. A 14-year-old is charged with 2 counts of possession of a stolen vehicle, 3 counts of criminal damage to property, and hit and run. They were both taken to juvenile detention.
The bodies of all 3 men missing after the partial collapse of an apartment building in Davenport, Iowa, have now been recovered. Crews found the body of Daniel Prian this morning. Ryan Hitchcock was found yesterday, and Brendan Colvin Sr.'s body was found Saturday. The buildings remained unstable since the collapse on May 28th, making it difficult to search for the missing men. The focus now turns to bringing the rest of the building down safely and investigating what caused the collapse.
With the investigation piece, we were looking for 3 missing individuals. We don't have any other information at this time that there is any additional people missing and or related to this incident. This is an active investigation. So details will be released when we can actually provide additional information.
A woman who was injured has filed a lawsuit against the city of Davenport and the building's current and former owners. It alleges they knew the danger and failed to warn residents. Engineers had warned that a wall in the building was at risk of crumbling days before the collapse. While recent weather has been great for going outside and enjoying the sun, the lack of rain has been tough on farmers in the state line.
Jess Lipson talked with a local farmer about the conditions. Jess, what did he have to say?
Eric Mimi, the farmer I spoke to, says it hasn't been this dry since 2013. It has left him with challenges for his crops and livestock.
I wouldn't say we're critical yet as far as the drought, but you know, we sure could use the rain in the next week or two. It could definitely become detrimental.
Cody Book and his family have run Book cattle and grain for more than 100 years. Book and his fellow farmers are dealing with drought conditions in the midst of growing season.
You try not to do things in the field when it's extremely hot. Spraying for weeds when it's really hot in the 90s can be really hard on the crops, just because they're tolerant to it doesn't mean they're not metabolizing it, and that takes energy, and you don't want to take away any energy that they don't have to give.
The lack of rain means a lot of manual watering of crops, and farm livestock can also be highly affected.
Pasture grass isn't growing, so those animals get a lot of moisture from the grass. A lot of them have a water source, whether it be a creek or a pond. Those are starting to dry up some, and in doing so, now you've got to provide extra water for them. If you're like a on concrete feedlot type operation, that becomes a little bit more manageable as long as the heat stays at bay.
Book says he experiences drought conditions like this about every 7 years. May saw just 2 inches of rainfall in the state line. Normally that number should be doubled.
You can select your hybrids differently. Different corn is more tolerant to drought than others. You can change your tillage practices. You might go, instead of working a field up and giving up some of that moisture, you might try to no-till some farms that are more, drought-stressed type soils that are sandier or lighter ground.
Book tells me if they don't see some heavy rainfall by June 10th, the farms could be in critical condition. Eric?
Thanks, Jess. An Illinois agency that helps protect kids makes a stop in Rockford to recruit some help. The Illinois Department of Children and Family Services held an on-the-spot hiring event. A little more than 400 people showed up. DCFS recruiters were on hand to answer questions. The agency is looking for child welfare specialists and child protection specialists. According to DCFS, someone who signed on today will be training in 4 to 6 weeks. The organizer says there are a couple of reasons the agency held the hiring event.
We talked to folks about applying for jobs at the state and with DCFS, and there were 2 things we really heard back from them. One is they wanted to find a way to do it more quickly, all in one place, so that they could just get it over with in a really efficient way. And the other thing was they had a lot of questions about the job, or they wanted to talk face-to-face with people who'd done the job before and had experience so they could learn more about it. It's a very unique type of job to work for DCFS.
A little more than 3,100 people work for DCFS. That's the highest number of staff the department's seen in 15 years. Gas prices in Rockford fall over the past week.
You'll now pay about 5 cents less than you did a few days ago. Prices are down about 6.5 cents from a month ago. The average price of a gallon of gas is $3.69. According to Gas Buddy, the cheapest station is $3.36. The most expensive is selling gas for $3.95. The national average fell almost 4 cents over the past week. Experts say Saudi Arabia plans to cut oil production, which could push gas prices higher. They also say any rise in average prices should be fairly small. Last week, the Supreme Court ruled that a company could sue a local Teamsters union after a strike resulted in property damage.
Washington correspondent Alexander Limon reports on the decision and the impact it could have on union activity nationwide.
On Thursday, the Supreme Court delivered a blow to unions.
Now unions have to be concerned that employers are going to be bringing these little suits in local jurisdictions.
In an 8-1 decision, the court said a concrete company, Glacier Northwest, can sue its employees' Teamsters union because the drivers didn't take reasonable precautions and materials were lost when they walked off the job.
The mystery is going to be what constitutes reasonable precautions, what constitutes the kind of harm that unions could potentially be liable for.
Mark Gaston Pierce is the executive director of the Workers' Rights Institute at Georgetown Law. He agrees with the lone dissenter, Justice Ketanji Jackson.
For unions to have sufficient leverage in negotiations, they have to be able to engage in economic weaponry like calling strikes.
Pierce says he expects this ruling to have a chilling effect on unions, making them less likely to strike because they fear getting sued.
Certainly the right to strike is not under question here.
Republican Senator Shelley Moore Capito says the Supreme Court got it right.
If unions are going to strike, they shouldn't be engaging in destruction of property.
The courts in the state of Washington will now decide the outcome of the lawsuit. In Washington, Alexandra Limon.
Now, your first warned weather forecast from Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
After a little bit of a cloudy and hazy start this morning, those clouds have moved out, allowed us with some sunshine for this late afternoon and evening. Beautiful picture coming in on our SkyTrack camera out in Freeport at the Park Hills Golf Course. This is brought to us by Rockford Career College. You may notice a little more haze starting to increase at least through this evening ahead of a cold front that'll eventually work through an increased cloud cover and bring us a few showers going into tomorrow morning. 84 temperature in Freeport, 84 in Dixon, Rochelle, 83 in DeKalb, and we sit at 85 right now in Rockford. 86 for our weather watcher Sandy in the Kirkland Fairdale area. No rain at all coming today or the last couple of days. We desperately need the rainfall as the relative humidity sits at 48%. We've got a couple of showers that'll come through tomorrow morning, but nothing that I think will be substantial or really beneficial to most of us. Some areas could pick up about 1/4 inch of rainfall, but we definitely need a little more of that. A brief area of high pressure kind of working in, allowing our skies to clear out. But as I mentioned, we may start to see a little more haze kind of build in as we go through this afternoon. Let's talk about a dry ground because we've got a lot of that recently with the drier weather outside of some rain showers we had come through late last week. The energy from the sun, when we think about how that energy really works to not only heat up the air mass, but it also works to heat up the ground. So when you are dealing with drier conditions and when you get into a drought pattern, it's almost a cycle. The drier conditions lead to the warmer temperatures. The drier conditions lead to a lack of moisture and a lack of rainfall more often. So the energy from the sun heats the ground and the surrounding air mass, so your temperatures warm up much more efficiently than what it would with a ground that has a little more moisture. Now, when you have moisture in your ground, more of that sun's energy is used to evaporate that moisture out. So that increases the humidity, it increases that dew point temperature, and your temperature might not get quite as hot as what it would be if you have a ground that doesn't have much moisture in it. Now, we do need the rainfall. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to get much of it coming tomorrow. As I mentioned, a couple of spots could end up with maybe 1/4 inch of rain or so, but those dry conditions are something that'll continue as we look through most of this week. Cloud cover increases as we go through the night tonight. There may be a very light shower early tomorrow, just around daybreak, but a mostly cloudy sky. Temperatures will dip back into the upper 50s and low 60s. As we go through tomorrow morning, about 8, 9 o'clock, we may see a few more showers kind of pick up. We'll hold on to that through about noon, but notice the coverage of this very kind of isolated and more so scattered as we go throughout the day. Isolated thunderstorm possible, but our instability stays pretty low during that time. We'll dry things out tomorrow night. We do keep the cloud cover around going into Wednesday, but we clear things out by the afternoon, and we'll see sunshine as temperatures make it back into the upper 70s for Wednesday, low 80s here by the end of the week. Big story again, we've got those dry conditions, but also comfortable weather too. Overnight lows back into the lower 50s.
Now sports with sports director Scott Leber.
Cubs West Coast trip will be off to a sweet start if they can pull off another win tonight against the Padres. Kyle Hendricks is set to go to the Hill. He was very good in his last outing. Padres will go with Blake Snell. He has struggled this season, losing 6 of his first 7 decisions. Cubs won big yesterday in San Diego, 7-1, and if they win tonight, they'll have taken 3 out of the 4 games in the series. The White Sox had the night off, giving them a little more time to enjoy their win yesterday over the Tigers. It was capped off by Jake Burger's grand slam. That was the Sox' 12th win in their last 19 games. Burger had struck out in his previous 3 at-bats.
Honestly, off the bat, I didn't think it was getting out. I thought it was just going to be off the wall, like a single, but, it went out, and, I'm still trying to come down from that a little bit.
The NBA Finals has a whole new look after the Heat won last night in Denver, stealing home court advantage away from the Nuggets. The series is even at 1 win each. It'll pick up Wednesday night. The Heat just find a way to rise up no matter the opponent or the situation.
We're not worried about what anybody thinks. We're so focused in on what we do well and who we are as a group that at the end of the day, that's what we fall back on.
Tonight, Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Final will be played in Vegas. The Golden Knights won the first game Saturday night 5-2. The hottest high school football prospect in our area right now is Sycamore receiver Burke Goucher. He tweeted out over the weekend that he just got an offer from Brett Bielema and the Fighting Illini. Goucher also has Big Ten offers from Minnesota and Iowa, and MAC offers from NIU and Kent State. I've seen the 6'2 junior play several times, and he is the best high school receiver that I've ever seen from our area.
It's been great having such beautiful weather, but I know there are a lot of people that are really hoping we get in on some rain tomorrow.
Yeah, we really need it.
We do. You know, we had some heavy downpours for a few days last week, but they were really isolated in a couple of spots. And, you know, once you get a little further into, late spring and then into the summer months, it's hard sometimes to really get a good soaking rainfall. You get more convective type thunderstorms and you get more isolated heavy downpours. But yeah, we need the rainfall. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to see a lot of it. And that may kind of start a pattern a little bit here as we get further into the month, which is something we don't necessarily want to see. We're dry out there tonight. We've got a few showers out there tomorrow morning. 78 for the afternoon. We'll keep with a mostly cloudy sky, I think, and we'll start that off on Wednesday. But a return of sunshine for the afternoon Wednesday, 79, 80 on Thursday. Overnight lows, upper 40s, low 50s. We're back in the 80s by Friday.
Nice and comfortable. Thanks, Candace.
And thank you for spending some of your time with us. Stay safe.